Hello, family. And I look at the bottom and says, thanks, love you, don't say my name. Okay, we won't. I'm getting back into dating after a year off.
Okay.
Just, I don't know, some me time, I guess. I've noticed this time around that men have asked me, are you ghosting me? In various contexts. For example, if I don't write them back soon enough on the app, I'll get a message that I'm ghosting them. Or if I go out with them and don't text them after the date, I'll also get this message. I've gone on first dates where I don't hear from the man, and I don't consider that ghosting. To me, ghosting is having sex with someone and then never hearing from them. But if there is a date with no kiss and no interest on my end, am I obligated to answer this "are you ghosting me" question? Nothing happened on the date. She just didn't reach out afterward. Are you ghosting me?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you should be...
I think you should write back and say, yes, I am ghosting you.
Yeah, I mean, you can certainly just get rid of that person very easily by saying, yep. But I don't think you're obligated for a second date. I think that someone might... I've had this happen where someone thought there would be a second date, but it wasn't how I felt. I didn't want a second date with that person.
Right.
I don't know that I was shopping, but I want to click and I want to get along and have fun.
Did she ask you while you were still on the date for the next date?
No, but I've certainly had that happen where it was, what happened? Why aren't... And the answer is, I don't know.
Literally nothing happened, and that's why I'm not contacting you
There's no
anymore.
click, and it's cool. I'm not mad.
Right.
You shouldn't
seem
be
very
either.
nice.
But,
But she is mad. When somebody likes you, they want to know why. Why aren't you contacting me? What is wrong
Well, I
with
can
me?
answer.
Why?
I can help you with that
Why?
problem. Stop
Why?
asking people why.
But then how will I ever know? That's the problem with the why question. If I don't ask, I won't know. I need to know.
I understand that people are hypersensitive to being ghosted because that seems to be the overwhelming response on the dating apps. And that's why people feel disposable. And so here's what I would say to this nice lady who's just getting back into the game or whatever. Just be cool and say, yeah, I don't want a second date.
Yeah.
No, thank you. Like, that's it. You don't have to reach out in advance to say no more dates for you.
Right.
But if they write you and say, are you ghosting me? Say, you know what? I didn't feel it and I'm going to move on.
Right.
Thanks, though.
That's lovely of you to have
nice
reached
enough.
out again.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But no, but yes, I am ghosting you.
But the amount of grief that people seem to be going through on the dating app seems...
I know.
Grief. It seems...
Interesting.
Wrong-sized, like too much grief. Like you can't possibly be in love with someone that soon. So
but you see potential,
I know,
maybe,
but
and
if
you're
you
so
didn't
desperate.
Click, you didn't click.
Well, you did click.
I know.
They didn't click. So why didn't they?
Well,
Tell me why.
No, that's where you should just try to be confident in yourself and that there's someone great out there for you.
So, but can I just start with the ghost? Go back to the ghosting thing.
Yeah.
Like, we agree that she's getting asked way too soon if she's ghosting them. Like,
I have
you ghost someone that you're in something with, at least a little.
Yeah, I have ghosted and I have been ghosted, and I think that I think a lot of people, though, they do expect an explanation of why there's not a second date. They want something that just says, hey, you're real nice and everything, but I'm not.
I wasn't
interested. But human nature is, you don't want to hurt somebody, and you feel like you're hurting somebody when you do that.
Well, you're
hurting
over that. Them just as much by ghosting them.
And that's something I'm learning, because I don't want to hurt anybody either. But also, if I'm not interested, I don't want to waste.
Can we agree,
precious
though,
text time,
that if you have had a date with someone and you didn't click, it's almost rude to write back in advance and say, no more dates for you? Like, of course you're getting ghosted in the sense that someone shouldn't be like, I want to break up. Well, we only went on one date. You shouldn't have to break up after one date.
I think what happened, I know this happened. I went on a date and it was like 2.5 hours. It was nice. I thought we were clicking, and messaged her and said, hey, I'd like to do this again sometime. And there's nothing. And I was like, okay, she's not interested.
So there's your answer. Here's the thing.
Yeah, that's the answer. Is that no answer is that's your answer. Like,
you
move on to the next one.
Right, exactly, because you know that person was very much texting you right back up until you had the date. It didn't work for them. That's your answer. People can't accept that, though. And I think that what people try to do is like let's say you didn't text me back after a date, then,
Okay.
and I liked you, and so now I'm trying to be cool, and I send you. Now I've said, hey, ha 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 about that one thing that you said. Now I'm just trying to create a conversation,
Mm-hmm.
And now if you don't write me back, I feel like now you can say, okay, are you ghosting me? I guess because you're not bantering, or if it's a very short answer.
I just feel like I get why someone doesn't write in advance after a date to say, I don't want a second date.
absolutely.
It seems super rude and obnoxious. But after they've texted you and said, hey, how about another? I think it's okay to say, no, thank you.
But if I said something completely unrelated to
Just
it,
to
having
chat.
another date, I just want to chat like we were before.
Mhm.
What should someone just say? Hey, I had a good time on the date, but I'm not interested in continuing our texting relationship or any like. Is that
I feel like I get why someone ghosts you even in that situation, because I feel like I
I'm
don't
done
have an
talking to this
interest in
person.
keeping this thing going.
right?
Yes.
And unfortunately, what I think is we give up on people who have potential too soon because we don't want to waste our own time.
Mm.
But the idea that you can decide on someone whether they're a good fit for you or not after one date doesn't seem realistic.
If you said to someone, "Are you ghosting me?" and they wrote back yes, and you got your answer, then wouldn't that actually be
It should be acceptable.
and couldn't that is that maybe what people are doing? They're just quick to, she didn't text me back. Are you ghosting me? I just want to know. We want to move. I did like you, but I want to move on. If not, like I don't
would
know.
have written
Maybe
the
just
guy
write back
back.
and say, yeah, I'm ghosting you.
Yeah, I would have written the guy back and just said that.
Yes, thanks for a nice time, but I'm not interested
I
in
don't want to
continuing.
anymore.
And then you laid it out.
It is weird to like text, "Are you ghosting me?" Like I just think that is
I
just
feel like
it
that's-
sounds
they're
needy
cutting
and it
to the
sounds
chase.
like but no, I just
Well,
think
but
like
it sounds needy when you ask, why
Yeah.
didn't we work out? Well, because people don't always click.
When someone says why after that, you should say, "Oh, back to that. I'm ghosting you, so I'm not going to answer any more of your questions."
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Bye.
or you could just
Bobby,
say,
what
"I'm
do
not.
you have to say?
I'm interested in you. Or you, if you're not interested in me, just let me know, and I'll be okay." Something like that.
Yeah, so honestly, my advice is more for the person who said, "Are you ghosting me?" Like don't use such a negative word. If you're reaching out because you're hoping to continue something, I don't think that is the right terminology to use. Like I would be like, "Oh, hey, I would say something else."
Interested in hanging again? Yes
Yeah.
or no?
And did they do that, or did they ask this person on a second date, and then this person didn't respond?
If I don't write them back on the app soon enough, I get a message. Am I ghosting you?
Oh, so this is
if I
happening
do go
multiple
out with them
times.
and then don't text them after the date, I'll also get this message. I've gone on first dates where I don't hear. Oh no, that's now she's talking about like.
Oh,
no.
so she gets this feedback a lot.
She's getting this feedback a couple times.
So,
she
but
just goes quiet.
if
I guess.
she's getting this a lot, then I'm getting the impression, kind of what happened to Maddie on his date. He thought they had a great date, and then she never contacted him again. Maybe she's giving the wrong impression. Like it seems like she's having fun and she's not.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
People
Maybe
do
she's being too nice.
out of politeness act like they're having a great time. Oh, this was so fun. Okay,
right, like let's do this again, and like have no intention of doing it again.
right.
And I have had somebody a kiss happen on a date, and then the ghost happens. Like
Oh.
or
Well, that
the
might be a
or
review,
I didn't
friend.
feel chemistry or something. And
I had a
yeah.
lady in front of my house in San Mateo. We went on a date. It was not a click for me, and but we were cool. It was a fine little, we went and had some food, and we enjoyed our time. And we're out in front of my house, and I'm going into the house, but I said thanks, thank you, and she went for a hug, and she just made out with my mouth. I was not going in for a kiss. I don't know how it happened to me. I really
Did you kiss her back?
No, but I was like,
so you kept your mouth closed?
well, my mouth. I was.
You kissed her back.
She
You had
made
to.
out
Yeah.
on my mouth. I really went. I pulled away and was like, oh my god, I had never experienced that, and that was I lived in San Mateo at the time, so I was at least 40,
Yeah.
and had never had anyone just dig in like that.
Mm.
I didn't see it coming, and I didn't
Didn't turn you on. You weren't like, oh, I
wasn't
guess I
like,
clicked with
that
you
was-
after all.
No, because it was kind of like ferocious.
Oh.
So in the end, we never had a second date, and it's fine. This
She-
person's a fine person if they're
she
out there
text
hearing.
you and go like, why
Yeah,
aren't
of
we
course.
having
But I
a-
didn't want to date again, and I just didn't. And at the time, I was dating. I was out, but none of this was on apps.
Right.
Couple-
Yes.
Couple text 510. You text, thank you for a lovely evening. It was nice to meet you. Yeah, that's a good way to let somebody know.
No thanks.
No thanks. It was nice to meet you.
It was nice to meet you.
It was
does
nice to
feel
meet
like
you.
as much a goodbye as an acknowledgement of, oh, I had a nice time.
To a desperate person, that is, I'll see you tomorrow.
Mm,
Oh.
Isn't it?
maybe. I feel like though it's hard to feel like you're hurting someone's feelings. It is difficult to be direct in it, but if you can and you can answer questions directly, you leave nobody asking questions, and you don't have like people who are like who have bad energy toward you out in the world.
415, dating is really rough right now. People of all orientations are worried about being ghosted, mistreated, and they're being vocal about it. It reads as insecure to me.
Yeah, that's a.
Well, yeah,
it's
we're
like
all pretty
we're in
insecure
an
about it.
epidemic of insecurity. There's no question. Listen to this. I clipped this one time when I saw it, and it sort of struck me as an important statement. It probably isn't, but I'll read it anyway.
Okay.
Everyone is trying to find the right person, but no one is trying to be the right person. And I thought, well, that's interesting. You go out on a date, and instead of, trying, both of you try, you're just sitting in judgment. No, I don't like the way he tucked his pants.
Because I'm
in.
looking for the number one person, but who are you?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, listen, that goes back to the thing I think it was my mom used to say, be interesting, not interested.
Mm-hmm.
Be interesting. Be a person who sits down at a table with someone new. I get it. You're sick of it. You do it all the time. Talk a little bit about yourself. Ask some questions about them. Like, be more than just the person who's judging somebody else on a date because they're, and that they're doing it to you.
That's certainly not a fun time if you go out and you are in judgment of others. Like, primary move.
Right.
If you're looking for somebody perfect, you better be perfect.
Also, there is nobody perfect.
No, that's my point.
Yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
are we going to do another one?
Yeah.
Yes, we are.
Yes.
Okay. I do like this one. But I feel like we've heard this kind of a situation
Okay.
before. Good morning, radio family. Sarah, don't say my name. Am I the a-hole for not wanting to be around my partner's family? Here it is. My partner and I have been together about 10 years. I'm not close with my family, so we did spend a lot of time around his parents. I'm talking every single holiday, birthday, celebration, general family outings since my partner and I have been together 10 years. 5 years ago, we started having kids of our own. We have a large group of friends, all with kids around the same age, so we're having regular get-togethers, barbecuing, going to the pool, sporting events, and my partner always invites his parents to tag along, and they do. My thing is, no one else is bringing the grandparents to these events. I feel on edge at these gatherings because I don't want my in-laws to feel left out, or they tend to be overbearing with my kids in the group of kids. What prompted me to write this letter is now the kids are getting a little older. We're planning on some bigger vacations. My partner brought this up to his mom, who then said, "You're not going on vacation without me." And I know she's not joking. My partner and I both work full time, so I really value any time I have with just my partner and kids. So am I the a-hole for wanting to exclude my in-laws from these family events? They're in their 70s, not in the best health, so should I just shut my mouth and let them enjoy their time with all of us? How much time is too much time with your in-laws? My partner's not their only kid with young ones. We're just physically the closest. Sincerely, feeling smothered.
My partner's not the only kid with young ones, so he has brothers
Brother
or
and or
sisters
sisters.
who
But
have
he's
kids
close.
as
They're
well.
the closest.
I was
Right.
totally thinking this was an only child situation because I have a friend who is an only child and his parents always hang out with us. And you know, when we first became friends in college, I'm like, this is so weird, like drinking with somebody's parents. But you know, eventually got used to it. But his new wife is like, oh my God, they're always cramping our style.
Yeah.
So I thought it was going to be an only child situation. But regardless, I think we did a vacation one before.
Yeah.
With an overbearing
With a sister. That's it.
And I think what my recommendation then and same now is like just do the vacation all together, but carve out time without them. You know, send them somewhere by
Yeah.
themselves, or be like, we're going to do this thing that's really physical. You guys aren't going to be able to do it, spend a day without them.
Actually, right. They're in their 70s. Like maybe even you find, we're going to go on this hiking trip or something. You guys can't go.
Let me ask you a question. So we're married, okay? Just for the sake of the conversation. And your parents are always coming with us.
Yeah.
Am I the bleep hole if I say straight to you,
Right.
you and me,
because I think that's what it is. She's obviously not saying, or he or she is not saying this to their partner.
this is the conversation that you and I have, which
Right.
is, I like your parents and I understand they want to come with us places, but we need time without them.
I don't want them to go on every vacation with
So
us.
we need to start talking in advance about whether this is a trip for your parents and us
Mm.
or us,
Mm-hmm.
our immediate family, or even our friend clique.
Right.
The idea that you're worried about the parents and entertaining them when you're out, when they come along with your friend group, you should just shine that on. That's his problem.
Yeah. And
That's
not,
his
well, but it is like, it is kind of your problem too. That is your in-law, they're like hovering over your kids when all the other kids are playing. Like I don't know. I feel like so uncomfortable with it to think that they're tagging along in all these scenarios. Like these are also all their friends. Like it's sort of like, I hate to say knowing your place or not, but you're the grandparents. You don't come to the friend group things.
But they're being invited, and this person, the person who wrote, is paying them the attention they so desperately want.
Mm.
Like, that's what I'm saying. It's not your job to entertain his parents with your friend group. Just
Make
hang.
him do it.
Yeah, I don't even think it's just have your good time.
Yeah.
It's not on you to make sure that they have a beverage in their hand or whatever.
Or aren't interfering in the kids' lives. It kind of is. I find that difficult. I'm wondering, and this person, he or she, I'm not sure, does not say what they've said or have not said to the partner. That's really not indicated in this letter.
I would
Was this
talk
person
directly to my
right.
partner, and I would
Because
say,
it's that partner's problem.
I don't mean to be rude. I can soften this, or I can give it to you straight, but
Mhm.
I don't want them on our next trip.
Or really any of our big trips now. We're a family.
Yeah.
The kids are old enough now that I want to go do things and grow our little family.
Now, that said, I also think it's cool to be cool.
Yeah.
So I think some trips, they or some hangs, they can hang.
Yep.
And some hangs or trips, more importantly, they can't come.
Yeah.
And it's on your partner to stop announcing your itinerary.
Right. Don't tell them.
Yeah, you
Plan
don't
something
always
and don't
have
loop
to
them
be.
in.
Yeah, that's it. That is it.
707, little different view than ours. If the parents are decent, include them. They love you guys. They're old and they won't be around forever. You might feel sad when they're gone in a few years.
That's what I'm saying. If you create a rift, like a real one,
I know.
like bleep you, stop being a tag along. But now all of a sudden you've really, their golden years won't be very golden if they can't see their grandkids.
Right. I also think that when you are lucky enough to have grandparents who care and want to be in your life and in your kid's life, like that is free babysitting.
gift.
It is a gift. As someone who grew up without any family on this coast, we had to hire babysitters, and you'd have to trust strangers with your kids if we ever wanted to go out anywhere. So you have that as a huge benefit to not blowing this relationship up. Here's my suggestion. These other kids that are further away, have your partner talk to his brother and or sister or whatever that situation is, and say, can you please make plans with them? Because we're going to go on this trip and I don't want them to be bummed that they're not going. Like, use them to counter program and now
That's a
they're
good
occupied
idea.
and they've committed to doing this. And then right after they commit and they've agreed to do it for the brother or sister, you go, oh, that's too bad because we're going on. Well, it's a very physical hiking trip, whatever. It'll be fine. Just great. Go have fun with those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
Use your siblings in this one. Go ahead, Studio 10. Any thoughts?
Let's see here. 408, they can say to their parents, we love you, but we're going on this trip solo this time. Maybe next time.
Maybe.
650, we do an annual family trip with my family, so everyone is included. If we do other things, that's just bonus. Danielle from Livermore.
Oh, a big family thing.
Yeah,
and
just
then,
have one a year.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's.
Well, and as they get older, that probably, if they're in their 70s, I don't know. How much longer is it a problem?
650.
There's a girl who's about to turn 60.
Susan's grandmother just turned 100. So,
Rad.
Yeah, does she still
She's
go
not
on family
traveling.
vacations,
Yes.
though? What?
yes,
Oh, my God.
I can't believe it.
I know.
I'm excited to hear it.
I have this story that I never did because I just didn't believe that it was true, but it was about what's worse. What's more difficult? Bringing the kids on a trip or bringing the elderly grandparents on a trip? And I was like, oh, that's just rude. Of course it's the kids. But
no way.
just kidding. But a
It's a
100-year-old
toss-up. 100-year-old, yeah. No, that's someone is attending to that person at all times.
You can't walk
you
at a
hire
normal
someone to-
pace.
no.
I mean,
You're stepping along real slow.
What's funny is the grandmother is doing great, but her husband, he's a few years younger. He is starting to struggle
He's
with dementia,
decrepit.
which is so reasonable. He's like 96 years old.
Yeah.
And they're talking about for our wedding, like putting him in a nursing home just for the night so nobody has to deal with him.
Aw.
Well,
Aw.
I mean, he won't know, right?
listen to her laugh.
Yeah.
Like,
You should
"Oh,
encourage
that.
that."
wasn't my idea.
I know, but you seem to enjoy it an
It's
awful
just
lot.
like
That's
it's such
great.
a reflection of my wedding. They're like, we have to have fun.
But what do you
We're gonna be
do
busy.
if you've got
She's
a
a fun girl.
100-year-old and you're gonna I think you get a wheelchair, call it a go-kart, and hope they're not like, I can walk. Not fast enough, Grandma. You need to get in this so we can push you so we're not missing every flight, every movie, everything we try to do.
I hope they're not trying to do European vacations with grandparents.
With-
Yeah, well, they don't really say here, but
That is fun.
it is a good. I like these.
Let us
ones.
know if Grandpa gets to come or not. I
I
can't
will.
wait to
I
hear.
will.
No, Grandpa cannot come, and Grandma. Maybe you should put her like. Is she totally able to get around and?
Yes.
So she's gonna dance and everything.
She just started using a cane like a year ago.
Oh,
It's
wow.
wild.
I love that. Well, that fiddle lady lived to be 109. You know, this lady could live to be 109 or more.
I can't imagine living to 109.
Well, I can imagine it, and it's not awesome. And then I think, what if I kept it together? Then what?
I just think I'd be so uncomfortable.
I know it does. Life does get less and less comfortable the older you are.
Yeah, but you
Like,
know,
I can't lay in this way position anymore. That ain't happening.
I think it depends on how. Like, I love being alive.
Oh yeah,
Same.
it's
love
pretty good.
it.
Yeah,
I
keep this. Yes,
love
woo!
it.
Aliveness.
It's all right.
Woo! Don't
Get outta
unalive
here.
me. Nobody unalive me.
I love sunsets. I
Oh,
love
so beautiful.
all the things.
Cute
Fresh air.
animals.
Oh, come
So
on.
adorable.
Little
Flowers.
rascals.
Oh,
Snuggle them all up.
road trips. So fun.
A good snack.
Yeah, oh, I love snacks. Oh, an ice cream cone in the
All
hot
the things.
summer
Well, don't
day.
bring up. Oh man.
So good. Okay, a watermelon, an ice cold watermelon on a
even
hot
that.
summer day.
Yeah, you did that to me. Why would you?
You had to take it there. You couldn't just be positive about the ice cream
Well,
cone.
you know, here I am with diabetes. What am I going to do?
See, how good
You
is
don't wanna-
life when you
don't
got to
wanna have
deal
a
with
flare
stuff
up.
like
See?
diabetes?
It's getting worse and worse.
Wake up! Thank you with Sarah and Vinny.
Ding, 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 ding.